And look, there's something incredible for me about the Democrat convention and the campaign. I mean, you've got Kamala Harris now been running as their candidate for a month. There's just 75 days to go before Americans vote. Yet so far, all we have heard is that Trump is terrible, Trump's a crook, Trump's a dictator. What Kamala Harris would actually do as president, almost nobody knows, except she wants price controls on food and a huge tax hike on corporates, a 7-point rise in their tax. This is a bit strange, isn't it?
Well, you know, I went through 4 days of the Republican convention where all they talked about was Donald Trump. Now I'm in my second day of the Democrat convention and all they're talking about is Donald Trump. So it is becoming, I mean, I really need some Trump danger money from Sky for this sort of work because I'm really hearing a lot about it. But the fact is, you know, the Democrats, they basically said goodbye to Joe Biden last night. They've so screwed up the logistics of the program that Joe Biden came on so late in the evening that half of America had already gone to bed. And he has now flown off to a ranch and disappeared for the next few weeks. And they're trying to build a new momentum around Kamala Harris. Behind the scenes, they're saying we can't have a campaign, we've got to have a movement, and we've got to bring everyone together. The bottom line is, as you said, Andrew, for everyday Americans, it comes back to the basic issues, cost of living and immigration. And wherever you go, you need to focus on those issues to win the undecided voters. And Donald Trump is ill-disciplined at the moment. He is all over the shop. If he gets back to those two issues, he can win.
Well, I think Joe Biden disappearing for 2 weeks is exactly what Kamala Harris wants. She wants him off the stage. She doesn't want to be tied to him. I've got to say, what we're seeing behind you so far seems to me more of a royal coronation than an exercise in democracy. I mean, Harris is there because of an internal coup against Joe Biden by the party leadership, and that was after he actually won the nomination. And so far at this convention, there's been an anointing of Harris by former President Obama and his wife, Hillary Clinton, wife of another former president, Joe Biden himself, who sounded quite angry. Joe, isn't this a fix by the political elite? That said, it seems to be working.
Well, absolutely. In fact, one very senior Democrat said to me when I asked the question, will you have an open convention, you know, give people a chance to nominate? He said, what? Let the members of the Democratic Party nominate the candidate? If we did that, we'll end up with the leader of Hamas as our presidential candidate. He said, no, we've got to take control of the situation. And they have, and they've done that. And, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, they've been disciplined. They've raised a phenomenal amount of money. I mean, they've now raised so much money, both the Democrats and the Republicans, that they cannot spend it. They cannot spend all the money they have collected between now and polling day. And so money is no longer an issue. Volunteers on both sides are in vast numbers. That's not the issue. It really does come down to how you are going to win those swing voters, and really still in 3 key states, Pennsylvania, Michigan and Wisconsin. And in my view, and it's the same as yours, Andrew, and probably the same as everyone watching your program, cost of living is the #1 issue, and Kamala Harris wants to increase taxes. And if she increases the taxes on Walmart or everyday small businesses, then that means they're going to pass it on to consumers in higher prices. And Donald Trump needs to prosecute that argument. And the second thing is the border remains a disaster with Mexico, and Donald Trump has got to show that he can fix it. If he prosecutes those 2 issues, Kamala Harris needs to get onto that playing field and come up with her own policies. But at the moment, she's under no pressure from Donald Trump.
What a campaign. Joe Hockey, great to see you. Great to have your insights. Thanks for your time.
It's fitting that you should finish because Bernie Sanders has just come on and he's got the biggest cheer, which shows you where the Democrats are heading at the moment.
Oh, gosh almighty. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Andrew.